Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon. How you guys doing today? Well, I'm doing great today. Anyways, I was just thinking, so today was my cousin's funeral. So I'm on my way back from her funeral. And you know what? I was thinking, it sure is crazy how, and I know it's not just my family, but isn't it crazy how you don't even really see your family until something happens? Only time you get to see them is really when somebody passes away. You know? And it's crazy because when we was growing up, when I was growing up, I should say, me and my siblings, or should I say my siblings and I, since people be trying to correct me on speaking. Anyways, we knew like all of our siblings. And I was right there in that. I was the child on the totem pole where I really didn't have no cousins my age. They was always either older or younger than me. Or if they was the same age as me, they didn't like live in my area or where I was living at the time. Which, when I was growing up, I lived in Los Angeles, Compton, whatever one you want to say, because it was like the zip of Los Angeles. So the zip is like Los Angeles, Gardena, and Compton. But we live more like on the Compton side. Anyways, so we really didn't get to see a lot of our family members, but we knew them. Like, my mom made an effort to make sure that we knew our family. So she always took us to like my cousins' houses, or even here in San Bernardino, or even here, she would take us to go see our aunts and stuff in Fontana. You know, because I had aunts and stuff that live out here. Or, we always knew about our family. Let me put it like that. We always knew about our family and stuff like that. I mean, we at least see them maybe like once or twice a year. But also, you know, there's a lot of, I have a lot of sisters. That's what a lot of people don't realize. So it wasn't like we was like hurting for family, because believe me, there's always been a lot of us, you know. And my sisters and them grew around like friends who became also our family. So none of my friends really became like family, but you know, like when you just live next to your neighbor and stuff, and you guys been living there for so long, and the kids is always at your house. That was how I was raised. Everybody hung out at our house because we was the kids who had the swimming pool. We was the kids who had all the new stuff when it was coming out. We was the kids who had. We'll just say it like that. We didn't want for anything. So anyway, we always seen a lot of family members. I know who my family members are. I just always knew who my family was. But the crazy thing is I don't see them that often. And a lot of them, we live in the same exact town as each other, and we still don't see each other. I mean, we see each other on social media and different stuff like that, but we really don't see each other. So it's like, when I be talking to my kids about their family members, they be like, "Who, Mom? Who is that?" Or if we see them at a store or something like that, and I approach them or they approach me if they see me, and I'll tell my kids, "Oh, those is your family members." And they be like, "Another one that we don't know?" And it's sad. I really feel bad that I raised my kids up like that they really don't know a lot of their family members. But not only that, with saying that is, also a lot of them is not my age. Like, most of them is not my age. I know who my cousins and stuff are. I know who my aunts are. But they're more like with my sisters and them. They're not with me. Or whatever. I think they always just call me the niece that bug and talk a lot, because I've always been the type of person that talk a lot. So I think that's what they knew me for, or whatever. But it was so crazy because today was the funeral for my cousin, and I was just like, wow, I haven't seen my cousins in a while. A lot of my cousins I have not seen in a while. And the crazy thing is that some of them, is their kids and kids of kids, and some of them didn't even know who I was. They would just tell me like, "Oh, you look like such and such. We know you, Kim, because you look like such and such." So I have a couple of cousins who we look exactly alike, and I have a sister that people a lot of times think that me and my sister is twins, but we're not. We're actually 3 years apart from each other. So a lot of people think that we're like twins, but we're not twins. But it's just crazy, like, how you don't see family until somebody passes away. I think we need to do better as people to make it, we need to make it natural, and we have to make it organic to make sure that we go and see our family members. And not all the time do we have to see our family members at a funeral. That's so sad that everybody see everybody at a funeral. Even when it's a wedding, half of us still don't show up to like the weddings. It could be a birthday party. And after so many times you don't show up or they don't show up to your stuff, nobody invites anybody anymore to anything. It's crazy that a lot of people don't invite people. It's so sad. I was just sitting up there like, wow, how sad it really is that I got little cousins and stuff, and I'm like, "Hey, I know who your mama is. Your mama is such and such and such." And they like, "Yeah, who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm not just your cousin, I'm your first cousin." That's the crazy thing. Or even if they're not my first cousin, because in my family we don't consider each other like first, second, third. Cousins is cousins. It doesn't matter. Aunts is aunts. It doesn't matter. Ain't no such thing as that's my second, third, fourth, fifth aunt and all that different stuff. Family is family at the end of the day. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to have a family. A lot of people don't have them. And I know plenty of people who don't have them. But like I would tell my family, like, we got to do better. We got to do better as family. We got to do better as people. We just got to do better, you know, just to make it a point that we see each other, you know. We have to want to see each other. It's just crazy. I don't know what to say, but I mean, don't get me wrong, she had a beautiful funeral and everything. And my cousin who passed away, I seen her all the time. I done been to concerts with her, all kind of stuff, you know. And she's also older than me too. She's done with my age group. But for some reason, we always kept in contact, no matter what. I mean, whether she kept in contact with me, one of my sisters, my mom, you know, somebody, but we always all, you know, kept in contact. It's just sad that a lot of the family that was there, you know, how our kids don't know each other. And my cousin that passed away, she was really into that, like making sure that our kids know each other. So she would throw like these birthday parties, and she would throw different stuff and be like, make sure you bring your kids so my son know you guys, you know, and you know, vice versa, and different stuff or whatever. And I'm not gonna say that I was always that person that, you know, would always take my kids or whatever the case is, because I always lived like a little distance from everybody else. That's one thing I did. I always, you know, stayed a little distance. I didn't always stay where I'm at now. But, you know, it's just crazy. I don't know. Family is family at the end of the day. And when you don't have nothing else, you always got family. Because family's always going to be there. Even when you do wrong, family is still going to be family. Anyways, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And like I always say,